Ed.
Hello, everyone. This is Ronnie from the Love Fruit podcast, and today we have a special guest that I've known for many years and learned a lot from, and been in the pleasure of his company a number of times. And that is the legendary owner of Arnold's Way Raw Restaurant in, I think it's Philadelphia,
Landsdale.
Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Arnold Kauffman. So if you're in that area, you need to go down there. That's the place to be to learn about the raw vegan lifestyle, raw foods, healing, and getting better with raw foods and everything. And that is the absolute place to be. And you need to meet Arnold because he's helped probably more people than anyone else one to one with this stuff. So Arnold, do you want to say anything
Yes.
more about you want to say anything more about yourself?
A little bit about myself.
Yeah.
Rock and roll, super excited. Rock and roll, live the dream. I'm so excited. Rock and roll, live the dream. Super excited.
Yeah,
I'm 75 years old. I've been doing this
75
for 31 years, and every day I am beyond excited and blessed just to be alive and be here. I mean, today I went to the supermarket, two supermarkets, and one guy's name was Animal. So I said, "Listen, if you become a vegan for 2 weeks, I'll give you free food for 2 weeks." I filmed them. The other guy owned a grocery store, and I just gave him my books because they can't believe how so much energy.
Awesome.
Boom.
Yeah. So you've been doing this a long time, Arnold. How did it all start?
A long time, yeah. 31 years.
How did it start off for you?
I started when I was, I guess, 45 years old. At 45 years old, I was a typical meat eater. And I had 2 heart attacks in 1 month. So at age 45, I had 4 kids, family, boom, boom, boom. And I didn't think I would live to 46. So the second time I went in the hospital, I looked at the doctors. I looked at all the machinery. I was in a gown. I told my wife, get me out of here. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die on my own terms. And then I began researching about how I can heal myself. 8 years later, I came across natural hygiene at age 52. Now I'm 75, doing it ever since.
You had 2 heart attacks, age 45. Wow.
Age 45. I didn't think I would live to 46. Yeah. I was rushed twice to the hospital. I don't know about heart attacks. I was in bad shape.
Before you found out about natural hygiene, did you make any other changes from the age of 45?
45. I made a little bit, but nothing major. You know what I mean? I owned a health food store. I owned this store at the time, but I was selling mostly supplements. I was a typical eater. I had a junk food business. I just did my thing. I mean, I was doing shiatsu at the time. That's about all. But right now, 75 years old. I'm better now than I was 45.
Wow.
Way better.
Where were you born and brought up?
I was raised in the ghetto. I was raised in the ghetto of Philadelphia. I had to look both ways whenever I left the house. I was totally poor. I remember when I was 13, I cried because I got a brand new shirt. I used to wear hand-me-down clothes all the time.
Yeah. That's amazing. And what was your diet like when you grew up?
Junk food.
Uh-huh.
It's always junk food.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Actually, I used to eat steak and ice cream every single day.
Oh wow.
My mother was never home, so she left me food. So I used to eat ice cream every single day. And she left me something called minute sticks. I used to make that every day. I raised myself.
Really?
Well, that's kind of, right now, I just kind of raised myself. Before I was steaks, and now it's mostly bananas.
And what was you ended up running a health food store, but what did you do before that or leading up?
I had a junk food business.
Junk food.
Yeah. So when I was, I guess, 45, I had junk food. I had a junk food business, and what happened was I went to Wendy's to eat hamburgers, right? And then at Wendy's, I got a hamburger, I got some French fries, and then I reached into to get a newspaper. And on a newspaper, I had a picture of David Duke. And David Duke said, the Jews are a threat to this country. We've got to find a solution. At that time, I had a junk food business. So I reached in to get a newspaper. I said, you know what, David Duke? I said, David Duke, a newspaper? Not on my watch. I would change the country if I have to. 6 months later, I had a health food store. Didn't know what I was doing, but to this day, my goal is to change the country. To this day, I'm not doing it well, but I'm doing the best I can.
So was it the fact that you thought there was some sick people going in the wrong direction, and you wanted?
Yes, my feeling is if you change the way you eat, you change the way you think.
Wow. And how did you
change the way you eat? You change the way you think. So my goal was to change Landsdale, and to this day, I'm still trying to do it. Which means every month, I give anybody who wants to become a vegan, I give them 30 days for $100. They get a meal and green smoothie every day for 30 days. And then I'm doing this for like 7, 8 years.
That's amazing. That's
boom.
Amazing.
And I have movies, boom, boom. I've written 20 books.
You're super productive. You've got movies, you've got songs.
Yes, yes,
books.
Yes, yeah.
You've got all sorts.
Well, my goal is to reach as many people as I can. Too bad I can't dance in front of you.
So you had a health food store.
31 years.
And what were you initially selling there?
Well, I sold vitamins.
Yeah.
So I didn't know because I thought when I saw the picture of David Duke, I knew I had to do something. And my goal was to open a health food store and be like an by that time I knew I was studying Chinese medicine. To this day, I still do Chinese medicine. So I was going to spread the word of Chinese medicine, how to heal yourself. It wasn't until 7 years later I came across food.
And how did you find out about natural hygiene?
I took a course by T.C. Fry.
Oh, wow. Where was that?
I took it out of, it was 12 books, I think. So I read all 12 books and that was it.
So it was like through the mail?
Through the mail, yeah. It was really, it was like mind-boggling for me. At the time at the health food store, I had a restaurant, a vegan restaurant that served mostly soy. So after reading the books, I said to the chef, no more. I'm going to figure something out. So I changed the restaurant. I didn't know what to serve. So I began serving banana whips.
And what are banana whips?
What?
What are banana whips?
Oh, you don't know what banana whip is?
I know what they are, but I'm asking you what they are.
It's a frozen banana you put through a champion juicer, and that comes out like ice cream. And then I have like a million flavors. It's like a meal. It's a meal. It's a dessert. It's also your medication.
It's a medication.
See this? See all this?
Yep.
All those people I help with bananas.
That's amazing.
Any disease, bananas. We had today, breast cancer. A lady came in, her mother had breast cancer. I said, 2 choices. Either you go medically, or you go bananas. And then I said, well, you come in here, I'll give you my vegan challenge, which means she gets a meal green smoothie every day for 30 days for $100. And I become her new best friend. So I don't know what she's going to do.
Wow.
But anybody has the option. You either go medical or go raw food. There's no compromises. I also say, don't believe a word I say. It's God's food, God's garden, God's body, God's law.
So you started going towards raw food after you found this TC Fry course.
Yes. Yeah.
And how did you actually find that course? Where was that?
I just saw it in some magazine.
Right.
And I had like 2 months of freedom, 2 months like spare. So I took the course and that was it. Changed my life.
And did you ever meet TC Fry?
I did. He did not look good.
Oh, no?
Not at all. He was, I saw him in New Jersey speak. He was 70 years old. And I said to him, because I knew shiatsu. So I said to myself, man, TC Fry looks kind of gray. and gray is not a good color. He's trying to be like all. He's trying to be like all like excited. He died 2 months later
Wow.
at age 70. Yeah, I think it was just too much for him. I mean, he was just going against so many people,
Uh-huh.
and it was. I think at the time he was living in a garage, and he had the government was trying to shut him down. The son, I think, got shot. Then he took on tried to I think he went to South America to do type of air therapy.
All
Did
right.
not, yeah,
Yeah, he didn't end up very well.
no. He's 70 years old. I knew he was going to die just by color of his skin.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever meet TC Fry?
No,
No.
not at all. No.
Well, he trained Doug Graham. He trained David Klein. He trained Tim Trader. I think he trained Lauren Lockman. Maybe Karen Ramsey. They all got his books.
Tony
It was
Robbins.
Shelton, TC. What?
Tony Robbins.
Tony. I don't know about Tony Robbins.
Yeah,
I know about.
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't know. But I know he died at age 70. But I still got his books. To this day, I still have a lot of his books.
He trained Harvey and Marilyn Diamond, I think.
Yeah, he did. Because that's where I learned about rebounding.
Rebounding.
When I was in the hospital at age 45 years old, I remember a book I read 10 years prior to that about rebounding, page 69. And after I got out of the hospital, I began rebounding. To this day, I still rebound. To this day, I still have a rebounder. My phone's low, but I have a rebounder in my store. How you doing? What's going on?
Oh, everything's going on. So how did you how did you change your diet? Like what did you change to back then?
I don't remember. It was like almost 22 years ago. I just began adding more raw food into it.
Uh-huh.
I know I ate a lot of dates and bananas back then. I also had salads. I mean, still, it's a learning process.
Yeah.
I mean, to this day, I'm still learning. I mean, every day I do the best I can. Boom, 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 rock and roll. No judgment on myself. Before I went 100% raw for like a year and a half, but it didn't work for me. I mean, I eat most of my diet's mostly fruit, mostly bananas, watermelon, avocado, berries.
Sure.
Mostly smoothies.
Sure. You
avocado.
Right. So you don't stick to 100% raw, you're saying?
No. It's something called the 101 monkey theory. No, it's called the you ever heard of yellow canary theory?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so it's based on which means I don't want my body to be too pure. So that's why I'm prone to every disease out there.
Too pure,
which means right now my life works. You know what I mean? I'm super excited, rock and roll. I have energy from morning to night. I think it's not about food so much. I think it's about the love of life. I mean, every day I feel right on purpose. I feel a tremendous amount of love for myself, tremendous love being blessed. Every moment I'm super excited. Every moment I'm just out there, just sharing the word of love, life, God's food, God's garden, God's body, God's love. I don't focus on the food. I used to, not anymore.
So what do you eat outside of raw food? Do you keep it vegan or what?
I keep it vegan. Yeah, it's 100% vegan, but I eat mostly fruit.
Right.
My goal is the conversation should be about being of love and being of service to others. You know what I mean? I deal with pretty much every disease out there. Like today, I dealt with breast cancer, arthritis, lupus. You know what I mean? People come to me from all over. I tell them boom, 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 boom. The thing is the average person is not going to go 100% raw. It's not going to happen. In my 22 years of doing this, maybe 3 people were able to be all raw. And most of them are not doing good at all. At all.
Okay, so the thing is, my question though is, if you can't do it, how can you expect other people to do it if they're?
I don't expect other people to do it.
But what if they need it?
What?
But what if they need it?
That's in your opinion. I'm saying to you, no one's going to do 100% raw. Very few people are able to do it. I mean, I deal with day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. Hundreds of people, which means I say do the best you can, add more fruit in your diet.
They say
I,
they certainly won't do it if you tell them it's impossible to do it.
oh, I'm sorry. I don't even say that. I don't even say that because you don't deal with the average person. I deal with the average person. I deal with hundreds of people. I just say do the best you can, and don't beat yourself up. Do the best you can. Don't beat yourself up. That's in my opinion. But in your opinion, you say 100%, you go that way. But from my experience, it doesn't work.
Well, I know. I mean, the way I feel about it is that I understand a lot of people aren't going to do it, and a lot of people aren't going to change anything in their life.
It's not going to change.
They're not going to change anything.
I would say 99% of people won't change. 99.9% of people won't change. Or they would add more fruit in the diet.
That's the same.
That's right.
There's a lot of people that do, like, there's a lot of people that go to a water fast and they're really sick and they're really doing badly. They go to the water fast, they do 30 days or 25 days, changes their life, all their problems go away for a short period of time.
Right.
Then they go back home, go right back to the old habits, and it all comes back.
Yeah, because I've been a water fast.
What's that?
I did a water fast.
Uh-huh.
And I did dry fasting too. I did a 21 water fast, a 17-day water fast, and 6 days of dry fasting.
What do you think?
I think God's food, God's garden, God's body, God's soul.
Better.
It's day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out.
Consistency.
I mean, to do temporary doesn't mean anything.
Consistency.
Because I've seen so many people do. We had a girl just died on me. She did. Right. She's 100% raw. Then went back to her old ways. She died. So do the best you can every day. Do the best you can. Love yourself unconditionally.
Sure.
You gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. Every moment is a moment of love.
Sure. So, you started the cafe. You ended up you said raw food cafe, and you also have programs. You help people. You have talks in your cafe. Tell us a little bit about the history of it over the years. Some of the things that happened.
Say it again.
Just tell us a little bit about your cafe and the the ethos behind it, what you do there, and what goes on there.
Number one, every day is a super challenge. I mean, once the pandemic hit, and then he took my parking away, so it's been challenging. But every day I have programs. I have my $90 a month vegan challenge. You get a meal, green smoothie every single day, $3.80. I do that. At least 10, 15 people a month join that. I've written my own books. I got these 2 books. Low Fat Raw Vegan, Fruit Love. In my mind, they're the best books in the country.
Brilliant.
In my mind, because it's a very simple way of doing it. Focus on low fat, Fruit Love. Just don't beat yourself up. And then I just have all types of programs. Right now I'm at my story. So we used to give a lot of classes, but unfortunately, it's really tough to get people out these days. Really tough.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, very tough to get people out. Which means I had 2 classes this weekend. I had 1 person show up each day. But that doesn't discourage me. I had a vision board. 1 person showed up, and I had Chinese medicine next day. And I'm going to continue doing it every single day, no matter what. I'm a day in, day out type guy. My goal is no disease in this world. Right now, I also go to different churches. I go to 3 different churches, present vegan food to them. Actually raw vegan, and I just serve them.
Nice. Do you, over the years, did you meet other teachers, other leaders, speakers, in the raw foods movement? Did you have other people that you learned from over the years?
I wish I could say yes. Robert Lockhart is my biggest hero. He was my go-to person. I mean, whenever I would write to him saying any questions, he was my number 1 hero. Other than that, it's me, myself, and I.
you've had have you had a number of speakers at your
I do. I used to have a lot of speakers. I said once the pandemic hit, changed the ballpark, changed the game. Once a month, I do have a speaker come to my store. We have a all you can eat potluck this Saturday. Tuesday we have another dinner, and this week I'm having three dinners, which means we're making the food.
cool.
And I also grow my own food.
Yeah.
I have a 60 raised bed garden. I'm right now. We're using celery, lettuce,
Yeah.
and we convert it into different foods.
Awesome.
We have green tomato pizza, celery bread.
I remember as well that you were an inspiration to Megan Elizabeth,
I was, yeah.
and she for a while she was a big influencer in the raw vegan movement, and
She was.
I think she's went back to eating meat again or something. I don't
I don't
know
know
what
if she was
happened there.
eating meat, but I saw her maybe about 2 months ago.
Uh-huh.
Everyone does the best they can with no judgment. You know what I mean? The key is this is the way it is. You gotta work. You gotta love yourself unconditionally all the time, and you have to love other people for what they do. And now that's the way it is. I mean, I don't judge anybody. Megan's doing the best she can. We have a lady, Mike. Yeah, Deanna. She was with me for like 4 or 5 years. She was just here. She left me about 20 minutes ago. She does the best she can. I can't have judgment. Otherwise, they don't want to be around you. You don't want to be judged. You don't want to be judged for what you do. You do the best you can every single day, and you gotta love yourself every single day. Otherwise, you start judging people. You start judging yourself.
You're also kind of allowing people to almost do anything. Then, like, it's kind of like, well, just do what you like. I'll just be your friend.
Which means I can't tell you what to do.
Well, but these people aren't coming to you for friendship. They're coming to you to save their life. Do you know what I mean? So
that's right. You have to go at their own pace, which means I say this is the guidelines that I would have. Say, for example, you have cancer, right? The lady has cancer. She has to become a raw vegan within 30 days. She has to become a raw vegan lifestyle. She's to follow the protocol. I mean, mostly low fat, mostly fruit. She has a rebound. She has to go to bed early. I would believe she has to get a rebound. The most important thing is you gotta love yourself. That's the highest priority is loving yourself. Every disease is based on love. The body doesn't make mistakes. So I really kind of focus that love is number one factor. And then at the same time, you have to work on changing your diet to low fat. I push low fat, raw vegan.
Okay, but let's say we have 2 islands, and one of those islands is people that love themselves and eat junk food. And the other island is people that aren't very kind to themselves, but eat raw food or just eat fruit.
Yeah. That's not going to happen.
Yeah,
that's hypothetical. It's not possible.
It is hypothetical. But
what is your point? What is
your
point?
The point is that there's people out there that think I don't need to change my diet. I just need to love myself more, and it's
that ranks way higher, way higher.
But doesn't love come from action? It comes from like isn't love about actually what I do? So if I eat fruit, then that is a loving act. So
that's right. Absolutely.
I'm proving that I'm loving myself in a way without having to, I don't know.
But say, for example, you eat fruit and you have judgment on others. The body picks up on that language.
Yeah.
Say, for example, you eat fruit all day and you judge other people for not being like you. Well, the body understands your language.
I know, but that's right. And that's right. They believe you are judging them just by being a vegan or a raw vegan anyway. Whether you say anything or they just believe you are judging them.
I'm just saying your life has to work your way and my life has to work my way, which means I'm in a position where I can help people, which means I have helped so many people. The thing is, they have to go at their own pace. And they're not ready for it. Like we have a lady with breast cancer. She has a choice, a clear choice, either go medically or go raw food. Mm-hmm. I cannot come to her and immediately say, jump to raw food, otherwise you die. She has, because everything in her life set up to go medically. She has to go her own pace. She has to believe with all her heart, with all her soul. This is the way. It's not about me saying. It's not about how I live. It's what works for her. Everyone has to work with their internal wisdom. The more you eat fruit, the better you become more clear. But it's a journey. It's not happening overnight. It's not happening in 5 years. Maybe it may not happen 10 years. I don't know. It happened for me. For my life work. I mean, every place I go, they want to change to raw vegan. That's what I read. I mean, that's my energetic vibration. I'm 75 years old. Is that of a 25? Which means, and in my life works. But I cannot tell people do what I do. I'm saying this is, you have to find the light. This is what I do. It works for me. And then you have to do what you do.
So you ended up being part of the Woodstock Fruit Festival. How did all that happen?
Probably Megan Elizabeth. I was like a little nothing. I think she pushed me into being like a speaker. To this day, I still feel honored just being there. I mean, I'm very humble about what I do. I don't see myself as a big deal. I just see myself as a guy who's on a mission, just loving life and just sharing the word.
You're a pretty popular guy there. You give some high energy presentations.
Yeah.
I'm a
high energy guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you are.
High energy guy from morning till night. And I work I'm working to this day 10, 12 hours every single day. Which means I go here, I have my garden. I work on my garden at least an hour, 2 hours a day. Before I come here, I have to pick celery and lettuce just to serve here.
So how you've been at I think you've been at Woodstock basically every year. How do you
11 years, I think.
How has it changed for you, or is it pretty much the same, or what do you feel about it?
It seems like to me that the emphasis is no longer on lectures. The emphasis is on having a good time.
What do you feel about that?
I don't feel anything. I'm just saying that the energy now is like once the presenters were like king, and now it's just the key is just it's changing. Just changing more having a good time.
Yeah, I would say you're absolutely correct on that. There's far less speakers, far less talks.
Yeah.
Which I think is not necessarily a good thing. I think it's good for people to learn and stuff.
But the average person may not be ready for it. They want to have a good time. It's very me oriented.
A lot of people would. I mean, I think that you meet a lot of really good people there, and that becomes the whole thing, is having good conversations and spending time with people.
Like for me, being here every day here is my Woodstock.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is your day to day? What is your kind of daily routine then?
Well, generally I get up at 6:37. I try to exercise, and then I do my garden. Then I go shopping. Then I come to work by 10. Work here from 10 to 6. 6 o'clock I may go a little shopping. Try to go home and exercise. Maybe a little garden. Then go to bed.
Nice. So what outside of your diet, any other health practices that you like to fit in?
I'm big in rebounding. Like right now, see this? You know what this is?
A band, yeah. Like
I'm walking down the street with stretch bands.
Stretch
bands. In my pocket, I have a squeeze ball. In my car, I have stretch bands.
Really
cool. I have a little. I like to do boxing. I have a boxing room in my house. I have a rock climbing room in my house. I like to be active. I like to be active.
Yep. And
which means I hang out with me, myself, and I.
No one's quite on your wavelength.
What?
No one's quite on your wavelength.
I don't know. I got 12 grandchildren, so I try to see them.
Excellent. So
yeah.
I know sometimes you've had people come and volunteer and help you out. Is that something you still have available?
Yeah. I have Melissa. Melissa was with me for on and off for 2 years. And then I have a guy right there. Say hi. Yo, come here. This young guy's been with me for on and off for 4 years, right?
5 years, actually.
5 years.
What's going on?
Oh, yeah.
He's been volunteering at my house 5 years.
Awesome. Awesome.
Are you raw vegan?
Yeah.
Very
Raw
cool.
vegan.
Are you
Living
from
in
the UK?
Scotland. That's right. Living in the UK. I've never. I was.
100%.
I
Are you
was at
100% raw?
I go to Woodstock, so I've been hanging out with Arnold quite a lot over the years.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? You got an interview with him. That's pretty. It's pretty big.
He's a special guy. He's a special guy.
This guy works around the clock.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So Arnold,
Yeah.
how can people find you or contact you or follow you? And where are you? I mean, Lansing or Lansbury, is that what it is? You're
Landsdale.
Lansdale, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So
Where's this interview for?
just say hi to me.
Yeah. You have a podcast? Is this a podcast?
This
What
is a
it?
podcast. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, super cool. What's
Yeah.
the name of the podcast?
Love Fruit Podcast.
All right. So are you fruitarian?
Fruitarian, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
How long have you been that for?
Like 10 years.
That's a
Wow.
long.
It's a
Yeah.
long time.
Long time. How you feeling?
Everything's holding together so far.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how you doing?
Well, I think that my place where I fall down is things like sleep. Now sometimes I don't sleep as good as I should.
Why?
I've not been as fit. I'm trying to get more active now. That's something that I failed at.
Yeah.
But diet wise, I find I don't really do any blood. Maybe I should do a blood test or something. Figure
Why?
that out, but why? I don't
Do you
know.
work out?
I've just not thought about doing it. Do I work out?
I don't believe in doctors. I would never get a blood test ever.
Yeah, I don't know if it really tells you anything.
Doesn't tell you anything.
Maybe
It tells you
some
for at that moment.
other
On a
people
1
obviously
to
get a
10, you
blood
should be 10 at all times.
test.
No hesitation.
Yeah. So, Lansdale, Pennsylvania. I'm guessing people can find that quite easily if they're in the area, but everyone needs to go and visit Arnold's Way,
On
Lansdale,
Instagram, on
Pennsylvania.
Facebook, I'm on YouTube.
Facebook, YouTube, Arnold's Way,
I have 10,000 posts.
10,000 posts.
I post every day.
Yeah, yeah.
I've written
Excellent.
20 books, 8 documentaries,
And
2 albums.
Anyone that's in there's a lot of places that are near Philadelphia, right? So anyone in New York, anyone in Pennsylvania, a lot of people in the East Coast can get to you in
Yeah.
an hour or so, or
Easy, an hour or so.
an hour.
And I would recommend if anybody has any sickness, stay with me at least 2, 3 hours, 4 hours.
Awesome,
You know what I charge everyone? Nothing.
amazing.
I charge no money. The
How
lady
much-
with breast cancer,
How much is a banana whip?
$3.
$3 for the banana whip. That's
I
amazing.
haven't changed my prices in 9 years.
Oh wow, brilliant.
I
Man.
haven't
I need to.
raised my prices in
visited.
9 years.
I've never visited. I need to come and visit.
Yeah, I have an extra bedroom. You can say my rock climbing room.
I've actually started rock climbing.
Oh, you did? That's super good.
Yeah, it's
Good.
nice. It's fun.
It's
So-
fun.
What are your plans for the future, Arnold? Like, what are your goals?
I don't know. I have right now I'm 75, and I came up with a 25-year plan, and I don't know what that means.
Get to
Right
100
now, I'm
years old?
just taking one day at a time. I don't know how long I'll be working at the store for. I'm working till at least January. I'm gonna retire now for 7 years, so I don't know. I don't know,
Amazing.
but I like gardening. I like going different places. I don't know. I don't know.
You
But right now, it's good.
you've given some lectures on how to actually run a raw food restaurant.
Yeah,
Do you want to give
Yeah.
a few tips to people?
rock and roll, live the dream, super excited.
Just, just go for it and be excited.
Yeah, you need a date.
You need a
You
team,
need a date. The most important thing is a date.
a
You
date.
gotta be real clear, and then everything will follow. If you don't have the money, that's not a factor. You need a date. Like when I started with the business, I borrowed the money. I borrowed the money and had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
To this day, I had no idea what I'm doing.
That's
But, you know,
the way to do it, really.
yeah, I have no fear.
Figure it
The
out
thing
along the way.
Today it's a little different. There's a lot of ins and outs in starting a business. Health departments really come down on this location, it's rent. You got people in need. Like I think I have the best menu in the country. I think my place is the best in the country. That's my humble opinion.
Yeah.
We make our own food. Prices are reasonable. The education. I raise my own food. I grow it. I pick it, and then I serve it.
Awesome.
So that's pretty exciting. And you have me.
Well, you're the star.
Yeah, boom. Super excited.
So, Arnold, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
And
Ready, rock and roll. Ready, rock and roll. Live the dream. Super excited. Can you say that?
of course I can. That's the Arnold catchphrase. Rock and roll, living the dream, super excited.
How's that for excitement?
Yeah, brilliant.
Are you excited?
Yeah, whenever I'm with you, yeah. Feel
What
20
happens
years
if you're
younger.
not with me?
What's that?
What happens when you're not with me?
I'm not super excited.
Why?
I don't know. I need to get in the same zone as you.
Same zone.
Yeah.
I can feel the energetic vibration. There's a struggle there.
Yeah. Struggling.
No struggle with me. Rock and roll, live the dream, super excited. My goal is to change everyone in the world.
Brilliant.
Anybody comes to me, boom, 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 boom.
Well, thank you so much, Arnold.
Okay, thank you. Remember, rock and roll, live the dream, super excited.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon, maybe next year.
Maybe next year. You're going to the Woodstock Fruit Festival? I don't know what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's meant to be in Florida. They're still looking for
I know I'm going to go there.
Yeah, it'd be good. So, Arnold, thank you for joining me, everyone.
Thank you.
Check out Arnold or Arnold Kauffman, Arnold's Way,
Facebook,
on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all over the place.
Although, come down and stay with me for a couple of days.
Come and stay with him, go and visit him, go and get some banana whips at Arnold's Way, Landsdale, Pennsylvania. And
Lost it. Okay.
And Arnold will be happy to answer all of your raw food and health questions.
Yes. Rock and roll. Okay.
And,
live with Ronnie.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining me.
Okay, thank you.
Arnold, the Love Fruit Podcast. We'll see you again next time. And we're looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Love Fruit Podcast. Thank you very much, everyone.
Okay. Thanks a lot.